Come on, come on, come on. Hey, best friends. Hey, best friends. Come on in the room. Come one, come all, come big, come small. Hey, best friends. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. As you guys get the notification, come on in, come on in. For those of you guys who have never been with me before, I am Candy Sincerity Johnson. I am just one half of this tremendous duo. Sean is packing orders right now. She may be in the comments. I'm not 100% sure. Hi to all of the best friends coming in. Hello, hello, hello. As I always say, shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. What I normally say is, for those of you guys who have never been with me before, you have no idea what I do or who I am. I help people 5x their income in 12 months. I help you do that in one or two ways, either taking what you have and multiplying that, or helping you create another stream of revenue. Hey, Mr. John W. Trump, Miss Marion, Miss Jackie, Miss Tanya. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Pammy, Lucretia, Dorcine. Hey to all of the best friends coming in the room. Listen, I don't have much of a voice tonight, as you guys can probably hear. I don't know what happened. Probably about 2 o'clock. I was teaching the kids earlier, and I don't know. I told them, I said, I'm not feeling 100%. So we wrapped up our day of school, and I told them, I said, I had to lay down and take a nap. Mommy's got to lay down and take a nap. I laid down, took a nap, told Sean I wasn't feeling well because she was in Chicago taking care of her grandma. And as soon as Sean came home, she gave me some cold medicine. And I just kind of been a little out of it since. So I've been really fighting off something. Y'all see me, I got on a hat, I got on a hoodie. I have a blanket over me. I'm sitting in the chair with my feet up, best friends, and I'm just literally just laying around. So after I hang up with you guys, I'm going to either take a bubble bath or a shower, and then I'm going to get in the bed because I have a busy day tomorrow of things that I can't reschedule or cancel. I have some really important vendors that I need to meet with tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to bundle up and go out in the cold and make it do what it do because I have some Sincerity Johnson business I have to tend to. Hey, Miss Sophia, she said soup and ginger tea. I'm gonna have to try the soup, but baby, can I be transparent? I don't drink warm drinks, so like coffee, teas, things like that. I typically don't drink. I don't know. Warm liquids are kind of weird for me. I don't know. I never was a fan, and I know that sounds super weird, but yeah. So if you guys caught the title of my video, then, or if you saw my post, you might know what I'm talking about. So what I was gonna call the video was "I'm rich." That's what I was going to title the video. I was going to title the video that. Reason being is because there was a glitch on Facebook. There was a glitch on Meta. And so what they were doing with content creators that are monetized is they were there was this something in the system that is showing that we are millionaires and billionaires and gazillionaires and all of the things. And so people all over social media have been screenshotting it. They've been posting it. They've been doing reels. Girl, it's the thing been going crazy. And so it was just the funniest thing in the world. And so when I seen that big, huge number and I seen my name attached to it, I was like, my God, today, are you speaking something into my life? What is going on? Is this what the future look like? Is this what content creation is doing these days? Because I was like, you know what? I know the best friends like what I got to say, but they don't like it that much. Huh? The best friends like what I got to say, but they ain't loving it that much. Thank you so much for all of the beautiful hearts. Thank you very, very much. But it was the funniest thing. So I will forever in a day, I will keep that. I will keep that in my photos. But yeah, it was funny. But let me mess around, best friends. Let me mess around and get a deposit that looks something like $1 billion. Let me get a deposit that looks something like $1 billion and it's over. When y'all see that post from me and the post say it's over, that means pack your bags. We have an offsite location you're gonna be receiving the information to. and you need to head to your nearest airport because we having a secret meeting. And what that secret meeting consists of, I can't teach online. You understand what I'm saying? And so anybody and everybody's gonna have to get to the retreat. And it's gonna be on an island, and you're gonna have to turn off your phone and turn your phone in to the lady at the front desk before you can get back there where the real information is being dispersed. And baby, I'm gonna have experts from every field in the room, and they're going to pour into you and teach you some stuff that's going to change and transition your whole life. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna if y'all get the bat signal, we cleared. We good. We're good. And that information is gonna change generations and break curses all across this nation. But yeah, so it was so funny because what I did and what Sean did was we both posted our screenshots. And so for a brief moment it made me stop and think, like, what would I do with that kind of money? Hold on, wait a minute. Miss Kathy said, let me see. Let me get some comments. Let me get some comments. Let me get some comments. Hold on. Let me see. Hey, best friend from Virginia. I've never been to Virginia before. Let me see. I hate when I do that because then now it's not showing me. I know that there was one best friend that said, and you guys, if you posted something, please repost it for me because I wanna make sure I answer your question. There was one best friend that said, "Are you running a fever?" I'm not sure. In true transparency, I'm not sure. My throat is very scratchy. It's sore. I feel like one minute I'm real hot and the next minute I'm real cold, and I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. If I am, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'll make sure that I'm not like seemingly contagious or whatever before I go to the meetings that I have scheduled for tomorrow. In true transparency, I haven't worn a mask in months, but if I'm not feeling well tomorrow, I'll definitely be masked up because I don't want to make anybody else sick. I know, all of those folks have families and stuff too. Hey, Marie from North Carolina. Phil from Virginia. I see y'all in the building. Allison is saying she's from Georgia. Oh, she said you don't look and sound like yourself. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. You said menopause. I don't know if it's menopause. I had a C. I mean, I was going to say a C-section. I had one of those too. I had a hysterectomy back in June, so I'm not sure. But I will be 40 in March, so I don't know if I'm menopausal. Could be. Kathy Brown said, I read Moments of Redemption in 2 days and I need part two. There's a shout out to everybody who's been ordering Moments of Redemption. Thank you for all of the positive feedback on the book. There have been a lot of people that have been like, girl, this big old book. The book, the book be booking. You understand? Like that was my life. That was my life. And so I thought about writing another one, but I don't know. I guess I'm in a different vein. I work with a different part of my brain now. So I'm not necessarily, I don't know. I'll never say never, right? I'll never say never, but to pick up a pen and write about my life at this point, I don't know if it's much else to share. Um, I think I captured the best parts of it. You know what I'm saying? The most entertaining and interesting parts of it and the lessons that I learned. But from that point where the book ends up until now, I don't know if enough has happened. Maybe that's what I'm saying. I don't know if enough has happened. Um, because you guys know, obviously, Sean and I got back together. I mean, that's no spoiler for anybody because you guys know, even before ordering the book, for those who haven't received it, thereafter, Sean and I got back together. So it allows you guys to get to know me much better. It gives you a little a little sneak peek inside my sex life real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then it also gives you guys a glimpse of like maybe some of the other life events that led me to who I am now, you know? Best friend said, write a relationship book. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm in a position. Am I in a position to give expertise about about relationships? My marriage failed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. Am I in a position to do that? Kathy said, I'll wait. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I know there was one best friend, shout out, and I haven't seen her on the live tonight, but there was one best friend. It was so funny. She got the book and she was reading the book. And she got to and I can't remember. I think I put two intimate scenes in the book. And she got to the one scene and she was like, best friend, I need to talk through this. She had texted the customer service line. She was like, I need to talk through this. And I was like, what's wrong? So, well, Sean texted and was like, what's wrong? And so she was like, this one is for you. And she was like, best friend, I need to talk through this because I got a whole husband. And I was reading this and I was feeling something and I don't know why I was feeling what I was feeling. And I was like, oh well, it's just a little just descriptive little, paragraph or two or three or something like that. Don't worry about it. But it was funny. It was funny. Shout out to best friend. Mm-hmm. But she says, so best friend says, I could write about lessons learned from a failed relationship. It could help someone else. Yeah, totally. I could totally write about what not to do. Sean and I could teach a master class about, what not to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that we learn and, and I think some of that's a good point. Some of the best lessons are from people who tried something and did it wrong so that they could tell people what not to do. That's totally accurate. Is it, and I don't want to misstate your name. Is it Chadi? But my book is available. It's called Moments of Redemption, and it's available on my website. And Moments of Redemption is it's about my life essentially. It's available on my website. My website is candysincerityjohnson.com. So if you go to pretty much the name of the page.com, candysincerityjohnson.com, if you go to my website, then you will find the book. It's entitled Moments of Redemption, and you can read, all about it there. You can see the back of the cover. You can read, all of the details, and yeah, you can find it there. Um, Dot said, "Girl, that was steamy. It's just what happened. It's just what happened, best friend. It's just what happened." Alistair said, even though your marriage didn't work, you found your way back to each other. That's what matters. We certainly did. We certainly did. And I tell people all the time, in the beginning, if I could be transparent, in the beginning, us finding our way back to each other was us trying to make our kids happy. People always want to tell the story like, oh, we looked into each other's eyes and, we felt feelings. Mm-mm. That wasn't our story. We were sitting and we were having a conversation and we were laughing at the beginning of the pandemic. And, we were in the house together because we didn't know how long this thing called the pandemic was going to last. And that's when the world was shut down and everybody was stuck at home. And the kids came in and they was like, we really want to be a family again. And, and so we just had a conversation and they was like, we want y'all to get back together. And we want Mima to move back in and that whole situation. And so it really made us stop and think and figure out, did we move too fast? Is this something that we could do? And, what are the pros and cons? And so, one of the foundations that Sean and I always had was we're best friends. At our core, we're best friends. And I'm talking about we're the kind of friends that have conversations about stuff that will hurt the average person. You know what I mean? And so like there's nothing that I can't tell her and there's nothing that she can't tell me. And we've seen the absolute best and worst in each other, both. You know what I'm saying? And so like we literally had a conversation and I was like, there were some areas that I could have showed up better. There were some areas that you could have showed up better. And like, we really need to figure out if this is something that we could do. And so, So we decided we were going to go through therapy. We went through therapy and, we just literally took it day by day. But there was a long time that we didn't even want anybody to know that we were back together because we weren't sure. And so, although our reasons for getting back together were first for the kids and second, to make things, financially easy for both parties. Come on, let's be honest, right? You know, that was our initial reason. That's not gonna keep you. That'll bring you back to the table, but that's not gonna keep you. And so you gotta fix what's broken. And so we just did the work. We did the work. And it was a lot, it was a lot of days where it was very, very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of days where it was like, yo, do I really want to be here? Do I really want to do this? And so I think it's cute, when you see newer couples and they bay this and boo this and, all of that. And I'm not saying that it goes away, but it looks different over time. You know what I'm saying? You could always tell them couples that they've weathered some storms, and we've weathered some storms. And storms for each couple is going to look different. Battle wounds will look different. But for us, like, I remember the days of even best friends being pregnant with the twins, right? So being pregnant with the twins and being so sick in this bed that I'm sitting next to, this bed over here, being so sick laying in that bed that I can't even walk and can't even get up. And I'm just so sick. I'm nauseous and I'm sick. You see what I'm saying? And Sean cleaning me up, like stripping me down and getting me in the bathtub and washing me up, and me being so weak, I'm like feeling like I'm losing consciousness. And she just caring for me and just coaching me through it and telling me you can do this. Like I couldn't have did that without her. And I look at them and I'm like, y'all don't know, y'all wouldn't be here without her. And so it's those kind of trials and tribulations that you go through when you like, you get on my nerves, but I'm gonna stick beside you. You know what I'm saying? And same is true with me. So yeah, yeah. That said, how did you get over the strong feelings of rejection? Rejection is something that's been hard for me my whole life. You know what I mean? I went through rejection with Sean in my marriage. I went through rejection with my ex. I've gone through different levels of rejection, but I think when you face rejection from that thing or that person that means the most to you, after that, you know what I mean? What else do you have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the woman that I was head over heels in love with rejected me in some capacity, then I kind of look at the world like, what else do I have to lose? You see what I'm saying? It's almost like sometimes in life and in business, we call the thing to us that we fear the most. You see what I'm saying? So like for me, one of the things that I always thought as a kid growing up was, I was like, man, we live in this little apartment and I see, my mama struggling trying to make ends meet. She working all these hours and she barely keeping the bills paid. And so as a kid growing up, I would tell myself, man, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to live check to check. I don't want to be, poor, right? And so I would go to my grandparents' house and they were middle class. It seemed like they didn't really want for anything. They had this big, beautiful house, etc. And so it was always more comfortable for me to go over there, and I always wanted that. Well, when I was homeless in college, my mind went back to the times when I was in my mom's apartment and how I used to speak those things. You see what I'm saying? And so sometimes we call to us the thing that we really don't want. So you got to be careful what you speak to. But you can get over rejection once you face it. You face the boogeyman. You see what I'm saying? Once I faced homelessness in college, that was like me facing the boogeyman. What can be worse than not having nowhere to sleep? So for me as an entrepreneur, I'm wired different than most. You see what I'm saying? When other people be like, oh my God, like, I don't know how you do it. How do you take the risk? I don't know how I don't. You see what I'm saying? What do I have to lose? I done slept in a car before. Maybe because I didn't like actually sleep like physically outside on the ground. Maybe that's the worst. But like, you know what I'm saying? When you done slept in a car before because you didn't have no roof over your head, you look at the world different. I'm made different. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, rejection. It's nothing. It's nothing. I faced rejection yesterday. Remember, we ended the pre-sale. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. So what other questions do y'all have? I know I feel like I missed something. Um, where can I see the video regarding Latrice's son? I saw that video, but in true transparency, it's not a subject I want to speak on. And here's why. Here's why. I saw that video and then I saw her video, but I don't want to speak on it because number one, I don't know what's real and what's not. And then number two, I can't tie that subject into what we do. I can't tie that into like a money moment, a teaching moment, or a coaching moment over here. Excuse me. But I did see that. I also saw, what's going on with Larry Reed. That's another subject. I'm not speaking on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, y'all. I'm answering any questions. Anybody have any questions about anything? Best friend said, yeah, I hear you. Allison said, I'm going through rejection right now after 15 years in a relationship. But God, every day gets better. Yeah, yeah. And that's a tough part, right? So Allison, can I be transparent? If Sean and I didn't have the kids, we would have never gotten back together. You know what I mean? Like you have to. So sometimes in a relationship, and I've seen it happen to a bunch of different people that I know. Even one of my good friends, her and her wife have been married for like I think 18 years or something like that. Um, and their marriage ended. But some relationships, in some cases, they run its course. And so it's one of those situations where, when you're going through the rejection and when you're going through the transition, it feels like your world is coming to an end. And that's a human instinct. I mean, you in love, you know what I'm saying? You have love for the individual. And so you built a whole life with them and you probably spent more time together than you did apart. And so going through that transition is very, very hard. And it's not a whole lot that people can tell you to do that's going to ease your pain. The only thing that really helps over time is really just thank you, Avery. I'll have to get it when I get off the video. The only thing that helps over time is really just time itself. You see what I'm saying? Because what will help one person may not help the other person. You see what I'm saying? So for me, like how I had to heal is just simply time. It's just simply time. There's no other band-aid. There's nothing else. Lovely Lady Joy, can I ask a question? Yes, you can. You can certainly ask a question. That's what I'm here for. That's exactly what I'm here for. I actually might be able to. Let me see. Okay, best friends. Look at me multitasking. I was able to block Buddy Page. People be doing the most on the Book of Faces, baby. When I say they be on here doing the most. Thank you, Wakita. She said, I'm new here. Love your spirit. Well, welcome, new best friend. We're so glad to have you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. But yeah, Allison, I promise you, your best days are ahead of you. You may not feel it now. And I'm not suggesting, excuse me, I'm not suggesting that the relationship will end. Um, whether you guys are together or not, your best days are still ahead of you. But definitely, if you can explore all options to stay together, if that's what you really want. But if you're a woman of faith, definitely pray for direction. Pray for direction and ask God to lead you in the right way. And if you're not a person of faith, definitely meditate. Tap into your meditation, and you will be led in the right direction. Mm-hmm. Let me see. But do you really think it's going to work for you, just for the kids? What about your feelings towards your partner? Sometimes it's good. Sometimes that's good. Just want to ask. So let me clarify, and maybe it's on me, best friend. So we stayed together for the kids initially. So initially it was the kids. Initially it was essentially the kids that brought us together, because I'm the person who initiated the divorce, and I'm the kind of person, when I'm done, I'm done. Right? Because I bear my soul in a relationship. Anything that I possibly could give, I give you 110% of me in a relationship. I'm not one of those people that's 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And then when you tell me you leaving, then I want to give more of me. No, I come into the relationship giving it all I got, because I want you to know that I'm all in. You see what I'm saying? So when I make the decision to leave, I've exhausted all possible options. You see? So by the time I had made that decision, I had literally exhausted all possible options. And so in my mind, because I had been lied to so many times, I kept asking Sean, are you doing this? Are you doing that? What's going on? And I kept being lied to. Everybody's got their non-negotiables and everybody's got their deal breakers. And for me, I was continuously being lied to. And so that was a non-negotiable for me. So when the truth finally came out, I understand now why she lied. She lied not because she didn't respect me, but she lied because she didn't want to lose me. But it don't make it any better. You see what I'm saying? So I filed for divorce. I went through the whole process. Our divorce was very seamless and it was very fast. So when we made the decision to get back together, it wasn't that I didn't love her, and it wasn't that my feelings were removed, because they were still very much so involved. But we had already just went through the divorce and everything. And so it was literally the kids that was like, oh, y'all try again. Me being the person I am, in true transparency, I probably would not have tried again. And if Sean was on the live, which she may be in the comments, she would tell you, Candy has never, in the history of all her relationships, she's never gotten back with an ex. I'm just not that person. I'm the person who believes in moving on. So yes, it was 100% in the very beginning. It was the kids that brought us back to continuously having a conversation. And as we talked about getting back together, what kept happening was we would have these bouts where we would have a lot of good days, and then something would happen where somebody would say something and it would trigger, what led us to divorce. And then it would be like a series of arguments. And then we were like, okay, look, if we're going to make this thing work, we got to go through therapy. So then we went through couples counseling. And that's when actually doing the work comes in. Because I remember, best friend, there was one day, it was like a summer day in Chicago. We driving, at the time I had a Cadillac. We had got the car wash. We driving down the expressway. Sean and I go to lunch in the middle of the day. The kids were at school. We go to this beautiful restaurant. We sitting across the table from each other. We having good conversation. We laughing. We playing like two kids. I tell her, I said, man, remember we got our counseling session a little bit later. She like, yeah, babe, we do. I said, we got time to run over to the mall. Let's go over to the mall and see what we can find. We going through the mall, buying stuff. We get in the car, headed to therapy. We get to therapy, best friend. I don't know what the hell that lady said. That lady got to asking questions. After that 1 hour, by the time we walked up out of there, Sean was about to get in the Uber and I was about to get in the car, and we were about to head in two different directions. You see what I'm saying? But I said all that to say, you might put a Band-Aid on it, but if you don't treat the wound, you still going you see what I'm saying? It's still gonna be the same thing. I said all that to say we had to keep going back to do the work. So then what was happening for a while, over the course of the week, we would start to heal from all of the pain that was exposed and opened up in therapy. And as soon as it started to feel better, we had to go right back to that same place. You see what I'm saying? But we had to keep going back there until we were in a good spot consistently. You see what I mean? But you got to do the work. And it's not just doing it as a couple, you got to do it individually too. Sean had to do therapy, I had to do therapy, and all of that. You know what I mean? And so that's how you get to the point where you like, okay, we're really making progress, we're really healing. Hey, Tiffany Smithville, hey, best friend, how you doing? But yeah, it's so let me be transparent. And again, I'm not saying that I didn't love this woman. I was in love with her when I divorced her. But let me be clear. I love me more than I could ever love another individual. You see what I'm saying? And the minute that I don't feel that the person is good for me and got my best interest at heart, then I have to reconsider. I have to reevaluate. I would never be the person who's more in love with somebody else than they are with themselves. I'm my number one priority. You see what I'm saying? Before I could show up and be a good mother, before I could show up and be a good wife, before I could show up and be a good business owner, I got to make sure I'm good to me. And that's the problem. And so, one of the things that I realized, and especially learning from, some of my mentors that's been married to the same woman or man for 20, 30, 40 years is, and this is what I'm teaching, best friends. And I'm not saying it applies to everybody, but sometimes we make emotional decisions. Me leaving my marriage was an emotional decision that wasn't rooted in logic. That decision was not rooted in logic. The logical and prudent person would say, okay, you hurt, you found out some information, you in your feelings. What you need to do is y'all need to take a 6-month separation. Y'all need to take a 12-month separation, whatever the case may be. And then when we got back together, we would have continued with the relationship, with the marriage, whatever. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. A couple of days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks after finding all that out, girl, I was down there at the courthouse filing divorce paperwork. Can I be honest? And Sean and I sat down at the kitchen table and we looked at all of our assets. We looked at life insurance policies. We looked at savings accounts, investment accounts, bank accounts, property. We looked at everything. Business ownership paperwork. We looked at everything. Because at the time that we got our divorce, we had 2 businesses. We had the State Farm business. And then we also had a cleaning company. We had a cleaning company with cleaning contracts and everything. So we had a lot of stuff that we had to look at. And so when we sat down and we did all of that, yeah, it was very quick. It was like, okay, this is what we agreed to. We agreed to days or who would have the kids. We agreed to everything. There was nothing to dispute. And so we got our court date. We went before the judge. The judge did what the judge was going to do, and it was clean. It was very, very clean. But that was an emotional decision. It was not rooted in logic. And that's what I'm saying. That was one of my biggest mistakes, because I shouldn't have moved that fast. I shouldn't have done that. And a lot of times what we do, and this is what I'm learning, this is the point that I was going to make when I got sidetracked. Y'all know I got shiny object syndrome. So the point that I was going to make is, far too often we move throughout our marriages based on our emotions and not logic. We walk away from good relationships that could be fixed based on emotion and not logic. Other couples from other communities, and I tell y'all this all the time, they come together and they stay together because they understand that the goal is bigger than just the 2 people that get in the bed every night. You see what I'm saying? Look at your grandparents, for example. Let's use my grandparents. When my grandparents got together, I think my granny was like 16 and like my grandfather was like 17 or 18, something like that. Who would have knew when 2 teenagers fell in love that they would birth 2 beautiful daughters, and that one daughter will go on to have 2 more beautiful children, me being one of them. You see what I'm saying? And that those 2 kids were going to have, 5 kids between the 2 of them, me 2 and 3 for my brother. You see what I'm saying? But tied to one person making a decision to stay came how many other people? You understand what I'm saying? Tied to one person making the decision, because I'm sure And I've never been in a business because they were always private and they kept they stuff, and they kept it away from us kids. But I'm sure if you have a heart to heart conversation with the person who's still living in a relationship, which is my granny, if I sat down and talked to her, I'm sure my grandfather said or did something that made her want to leave between the ages of 16 and when she was in her 70s when he passed. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure he said or did something that made her be like, you know what? This probably ain't where I want to be. This probably ain't where I get the most respect. This probably, there's probably somebody on the other side of the fence that might treat me better. But if she would have left, look at how many other people's destiny was tied to her decisions. And you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Well, our community, we so emotional. We so emotional. And emotion is okay, but we just got to find the right place to put it. And so we have to process those emotions, and we have to make our decisions rooted in logic. Feel how you feel. If that man did something to hurt you, if that man said something to hurt you, sit in that. Feel that, sis. If that woman did something to hurt you, sit in that. Feel that. But after you feel that, don't make the mistake that I made by moving too fast. Because sometimes your emotions will head you down the road that you don't have to go down. Now, let's be 100% honest. Kennedy and Kayla would have still had a darn good life even if Sean and I never got back together. Why? Because they would have stayed here at the house with me. That was what we agreed on, and that was what the court order was. Sean would have had the kids 2 or 3 days a week, and it would have been fine. But at the end of the day, would it have been the best situation? It would have been okay, but would that have been the best situation? Depend on who you ask. Depend on who you ask. But I made the decision a long time ago, best friends, that if I'm going to stay, I'm not going to have one foot in the door and one foot out the door. I'm not going to make the mistakes that I made before. The mistakes that I made before was if there were certain things that I wasn't getting in my relationship, I had a woman outside of my marriage giving it to me. I'm not willing to do that because what I'm asking God for can't be given. Okay, I'll put it like this. What I'm asking God for would never be downloaded into a confused or divided mind. The vision, the strategy, the know-how, all of these things that I've been asking God for over the past couple of years. I don't want him to just elevate me. I want him to show me how to elevate everybody around me. See, I'm not one of those entrepreneurs where I get excited and I want to flash how much money I made. I don't get excited about that. I get excited about how much impact I make in your life. How much money can I help you make? How can I help your children? How can I help your family get to the next level? That's my flex. That's my win. And so God is not going to download into me no strategy that's going to move 140 people watching live and however many people watch it as a replay. He not going to show me how to open up my mind and open up my life to be transparent. That's going to move the needle for y'all. If I'm out here one day, I'm going to be with Sean, and then on the weekend I'm going to the city and I'm laying up with Shorty still. Two women can't cover me. Y'all seen Sean covering me yesterday. Two women can't speak into me. Two women can't cover me. Only one. Only one. And so a lot of times we make the mistake of we chasing a shiny object. We out here, we entertaining a whole lot. It's too much noise. It's too much noise. The conversation, you can't even get a direct conversation with your creator because it's too much. You got the TV going, you got the phone going, the radio going, the kids talking. Sometimes you got to just silence all the noise and you got to just be okay sitting by yourself. You got to sit by yourself. And one of my best friends, Avriel, was on the line. She taught me how to sit by yourself. Sis, you got to sit. She told me, you want to hear from God on a whole nother level? Sit by yourself and be quiet. You stop talking, let him talk, and see what happens. She said, start for 15 minutes. I said, 15 minutes? She said, start with 15 minutes. 15 minutes at the beginning of your day. This is our routine. This is, and Avriel, let me know if you're still on the line. She'll tell you. This is what we both do. She do it, I do it. And when we send each other a message in the morning, we know from that first message, we've already done the following. This is what it is. Your alarm goes off, right? You wake up. The first thing you do is you pray, right? Then after you pray, you go into gratitude. You can do it in your journal. You can write it in your journal, 10 things you're grateful for. You can write it in your journal, or you could just say it out loud. I'm grateful that when I put my feet on the ground, I can still walk. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the fact that God protected me and he covered my house and, kept all danger out. Whatever it is you're grateful for, right? So you pray, you go into gratitude. Then you sit for like 15 minutes in just complete silence. Complete silence. You understand what I'm saying? And watch what he opens up and shows you over the next 30 days. Do it for 30 days. Do it for 30 days. And ask me and tell me, won't he open up something for you on a whole nother level? That's how I got the last masterclass. Best friends. That's how the Mob Accelerator came to be. That's how the Mob Accelerator came to be. I can't tell you how many people have contacted me and said, I started an online store. I did this. I did that. And I'm like, God, I thank you. God, I thank you. I thank you. Because you took this little girl from Joliet, Illinois, that was too shy to talk to people, and you put a phone in my hand. And you made it so when I pushed this button, the right people would show up at the right time that were going through different things in their life all over the country. But the common denominator is we all wanted better for ourselves and we wanted better for our families. And you kept all the noise out and you allowed us to come together and spend time together. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that you used me, because I remember the days when I was sleeping in a 2001 Chrysler Sebring. And I didn't think you heard what I had to say, but you did. And I'm grateful that you did. And I promised you then, and I promise you now, if you gave me an assignment, I would never tell you no, and I would never make excuses. I would spend the rest of my natural life chasing what I was called to do. And so although I appreciate making y'all laugh and giving y'all so much entertainment and even talking about the crazy topics, what I want to go down in history for when I'm dead and gone is for helping y'all really, 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 really achieve another level of transformation. Whether it's financial, whether it's your spiritual life, I don't know. Whether it's your marriage, taking a second look at your husband or your wife. I want, when I'm gone, I want you to always remember that I called out something in you that made you want to put your head down and become a better version of yourself. That's it. Miss Johnny, I seen your name. I was just talking and I seen your name and it sent chills up my spine because yesterday was my great aunt's birthday. I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday was my great aunt's birthday and her name was Johnny. And I know she wasn't on Facebook, But we were just talking about her. I know either her birthday was yesterday or it was recently. And I seen your name and I thought about her. That's an amazing name. That is an amazing name. Man, she spoke into me. When I seen Miss Johnny's name, I thought about my aunt. The last time I seen her, she lived in Maryland with my cousin Sarah, which is her daughter. She lived in Maryland with them. But the last time she came to Illinois to see the family, I had my State Farm agency and I had my cleaning company that I just told y'all about. And I told her, I said, Auntie, I'm trying to figure out this whole entrepreneur thing. You know, I'm trying to just, me and Sean just trying to figure it out. And she looked at me and she said, you're going to be a millionaire. And I was like, what? Thank you, Angelita, for the stars. Thank you very much for the stars, best friend. She said, you're going to be a millionaire. And I was like, what? And she said, you're going to be a millionaire. And I may not be here to see it, but I promise you, as sure as my name is Johnny, you're going to be a millionaire. And I'm so proud that I was the first one that told you. Man. Auntie John. I called her T. Auntie. Yeah. That was my auntie. Yeah. She told me. She said, you're going to be a millionaire, kid. And I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But one day, maybe, you know what I mean? Nicole says, you're absolutely walking in purpose. And you done just that. I'm grateful that God is speaking through you. Thank you. Thank you. And best friends, there's times, and I know it's God. I know it's God. He spoke to me ever since I was a little girl. There's times I go live and I hit the button. And the only thing I could do is come upstairs, which I'm in my bedroom now, come upstairs, get in the shower, and get in the bed because I poured and I'm empty there. Then there's times I wake up the next day and I do my routine. I pray. I do the manifestation. I do all of that, right? I do my words of affirmation. I do all of that. And I have to look back at the live because I don't even remember what I said because it wasn't me that said it. You understand what I'm saying? When I did that video about Bishop Whitehead, y'all remember that video? I don't remember. I remember us pushing the button. Everything that was said, I don't remember. I don't remember. I remember getting hot and I remember talking, but I don't remember what was said. I don't remember. Angelita, I will certainly tell Sean you said hi. She's in the garage packing orders. She's packing orders now. Yeah. 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 I don't remember. There's a lot of videos. I don't remember. Yeah. But yeah, I told y'all a long time ago, I told God as long as he used me, I told him, I said, God, look, Lord, can we have a real conversation? This was me and God a long time ago. I said, God, I don't want to work in corporate America anymore. I'm tired of not being enough. I'm tired of not being valued. I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of my gift not being appreciated. I'm tired of having to beg for a seat at the table that I'm not welcome at. I'm tired of having to change how I dress and how I show up to appeal and appease the people who seemingly don't like me nor respect me. I want you to show me what I'm supposed to be doing and who I'm supposed to be doing it for. And I will know that I'm in the right spot. When I get there, they make no complaints about who I am. They accept me for who I am and they receive me for who I am. And they know that you sent me when I get there. And so here we are. And I told God, I said, I don't want for anything. I want my children to have a good life, unapologetically. I want to be able to pay my bills, and I want to be able to serve your people at a very high level. And as long as you provide for me and you make ways to provide for me, I will spend the rest of my natural life serving your people and serving you and telling everybody that you did it. And so that's that. That's the journey we've been on for a couple of years. And so everybody who knows me, all the best friends, TSB, Avriel, all the best friends that's been around since day one. And they will tell you, yeah, Candy is a fool. She'll make you laugh. But these videos, that's her playground. Huh? When God gets the opportunity to pour into the people and give you vision, give you direction, give you tangible things that you can actually take and apply into your everyday life, that's my playground. That's my playground. Because I know there's so many people on social media who come only with the spirit of taking. They only want to take and they have nothing of value to give. And it make a lot of people not want to log on. They don't want to be online. It's always just something. And it's a lot of people who just show up to take. But y'all see, I'm sick. I'm sick. I probably do have a fever. I am very hot. But I'm only happy when I'm pouring. And even when I'm not, I feel guilty. Like last night, I felt bad that I didn't go live. I felt some kind of way. I was like, man, I should be spending time. But yeah. So I really love you guys. And I love the community that we built. I really do. There's nothing that y'all could do to make me not love y'all. And it's so frustrating. Can I be honest with y'all? It's so frustrating when people get up under the videos and they be like trolls, and you could tell they know. You could tell they know because they energy be off. You know what I'm saying? They energy from the door be like, girl, you want to be seen that bad? Have a seat. Okay. We see you. Have a seat. Because everything that we say and everything that we do, they got something to add. They negative Nancy. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I don't know. I be trying not to block them because in my mind I'm like, they just need exposure. They need exposure to something different. They need a little bit of TLC. They need a little bit of love. But then, girl, it be the human side of me. They get going. Cause baby, my clap back. Girl, my clap back. Girl, I'll be in the comments after the videos be over, girl. Because that's where they get going. They don't come when we live because they know y'all going to get them together. They come after the video and then they be doing the most in the comments. But what they don't know is I be in the comments after the video too. And baby, if y'all ever see me act a fool in them comments after the videos, it be somebody new who don't really know. They not really a best friend. But baby, my clapback be so anointed. And I'd be like, stop, Candy, cause girl, stop, cause girl, you gonna go too far one day. You gonna go too far one day. Like best friends. Let me tell y'all, and then I'm gonna go. Yesterday, when that lady put that link to her website again in the comment section, I didn't see it when we was live. I got mad. So I seen it when we got off of live. And when I seen it, girl, I tried to call home messenger. I was like, sis. I tried to call her on Messenger. She ain't answer the phone though. But then I just blocked it. Girl, Sean was like, you crazy. Why you trying to call her on Messenger? I said, because she got the right one today. Girl, she picked the right day today. Girl, she got the right one. So I tried to call sis on Messenger, girl. Demetra said, girl, I seen it. Girl, I tried to call her on Messenger and not just call. Girl, I hit that video button because I want you to see me, girl. I want you to see me. She didn't answer the phone, girl. But when I say y'all be on it because y'all be seeing stuff that I don't see. And I love you for it. Yes, TSB, she gonna learn today, girl. She gonna learn today. But she messed around and missed her blessing because when I looked at the website, because you know I had to be nosy, girl. I went over there and looked at the website. I really could have helped her. I really could have helped her. I really and truly could have helped her. But she misstepped because not only did she put the link to her video, to her website in my comments, then she inboxed my best friend and was like, Candy blocked me. And I just put my website in the comments because I was asking her for help. Well, sis, now you a whole liar too, because you weren't asking for help. At the end of every video, I take 3 questions, and I did it on yesterday's video. You never had a question. Huh? Huh, sis? You never had a question. You never had a question. I asked if anybody had questions. Other people had questions. She never had a question. So how did you put the link to your website in my comments, but you saying you wanted my help? You never had a question. So not only are you sneaky, you a liar. You see what I'm saying? I can't have that spirit in our community. That's why I draw the line. That's why I draw the line. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Everybody got to operate with a good moral compass. I don't want people around I can't trust, so we got to question. If we got to question you this early on, sis, we don't want you. We don't want you. Because see, what she also don't realize is, I'm looking for some black business owners that we can network with and highlight. Girl, she might have been in that number, okay, girl? She messed it up. She messed it up. Girl, y'all talking about Holla funeral. Girl, when is the funeral? They say Candy, have they had Holla funeral? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. But girl, girl, they done got back started with Darius, girl. Y'all don't say, did y'all see, girl? Girl, if you just looking for a little bit of mess, now look, we done had a serious moment, best friends. But if you just need a little bit of mess to put you to sleep tonight, slide on over to our brother Darius page. Slide on over to Darius Cooks Williams Facebook page, girl, and look around. Look around. Look around and look at that reel, that snippet of that reel that he posted from Janice. And then he talked about it when he was live earlier, girl. It was so funny. But yeah, they saying that the funeral was Saturday. And see, it's down in East St. Louis. That's about 4 hours from us, maybe 3 or 4. It's about 3 or 4 hours from us. And I like to have went, if I knew that, I would be able to get in, I might have went, me and Sean might have got a babysitter for the kids and went down there. Too bad Sweetie Pie is closed, because girl, we could have got some fried chicken from Miss Robbie. Girl, we could have got some fried chicken from Miss Robbie over there at Sweetie Pies, but girl, they done closed down. And then girl, they having a fume. Girl, they having a fume. So thank you, Miss Vanessa. You said we so calm, and look, that's because my throat hurt. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. But yeah. I know, friend. I know they said can't nobody get in. I heard that. And girl, look, I'll be mad I drive all that way and can't get in. That's why I said I need some guarantees, girl. I need a phone number to text when I'm outside. Girl, I need tickets. Listen, y'all passing out tickets. I need tickets to be able to get in. Okay? I need tickets. Y'all selling tickets? I need tickets. I need tickets to be able to get in, girl. Angela, you said, what's wrong? Girl, I don't know, girl. I got a real bad cold all of a sudden today or something. I don't know. Because I haven't been nowhere. Dad, they got a Sweetie Pies in Jackson, Mississippi. Is it good? I've never had it. Ooh, Angelina, I don't drink hot tea. I don't drink nothing warm, girl. Coffee, tea, none of that kind of stuff. But I do like chicken noodle soup. Maybe I eat some chicken noodle soup or something. Girl, y'all, Sean mad at me. Can I tell y'all something? Sean mad at me. So, remember I told you, let me tell y'all, because I can't tell nobody else. Look, Sean, remember when I told y'all, it be the stupidest stuff that we argue about. Let me tell you what we argued about. So, Sean was playing a video game with the kids. And so we put the kids to bed. So, you know how like on the old school Nintendo, so this game, you ever see the games that's like 100 games downloaded into one. And it looked like the box, the video game box looked like the old school Nintendo. So when they got through playing the video game, Sean went over to the thing and she was getting ready to roll up. You know how you roll up the controller of the game? Girl, Sean was finna roll up the control of the game. I said, don't roll up the control of the game. She was like, well, why not? I said, because then you gonna put a short in the cord. And she was like, she turned around and she was like, ain't nobody gonna put no short in the cord. And I was like, you are gonna put a short in the cord. And I was like, why you got an attitude? And so she was like, I ain't got no attitude. And so then she walked out. She was like, I'm finna go pack up the orders. So then I text her, I said, and I'm gonna do my video by myself, did. Girl, look how petty you be after almost 20 years, girl. Then, look, because she mad, she probably ain't on the video, but then she gonna want to know what I said, so she gonna watch the playback. Girl, we so petty. This is what two queens get you. You want to know how lesbian relationships go? This is how it go, girl. Okay, girl, petty and pettier. Okay, girl, petty and pettier. Girl, cause my and the reason why I told her, I said don't roll up. I said don't roll up the remote, the thing on the thing. Don't roll up the cord because you're gonna put a short in it. Cause in my mind, Sean used to always roll up the cord to my laptop, and the cord over time split. So I'm like, Sean, you had did that to my cord. You know how you had broke. She was like, I didn't do that to your cord. How it get like that? Cause I didn't do it, girl. That be what we be doing over here. That be what we be doing. But she did give me some medicine earlier, so I told her, I said maybe I'll be nice to you later. But you can't. I said, but you can't mistreat the ill. You can't mistreat the sick. Girl, they got a 1-800 number that I'm sure I can call and report you. Okay, I will report you. Allison said, love it. Yes, TSB, girl, we got into it over the cord. She got so irritated, girl, the way how she walked off. And keep in mind, she ain't been here all day. She was in Chicago. She was in Chicago taking care of her granny all day. So it's been me and the kids. So I told her, I text her and said, the house was so peaceful. The house was so peaceful. Why you bring that negative energy in the house? Now, why would you bring that negative energy in the house? We was happy to see you. And you brought all that. In the house. Girl, she probably looked at that message. Now, what she do to irritate me? She'll read something, and because we send each other messages back and forth in Messenger, she'll read it and then slide it and don't say nothing. Girl, that burns me up on the inside. You hear me? It's almost like I be jumping up and down like you hear me talking to you. Now, why you gonna slide me to the left like that? Like I'm a cheap date, girl. You slide me to the left like a cheap date. Tanisha said, not the sick and shut in, girl. Yeah, I was like, ain't it a 1-800 number? I said, I'm under the weather. I'm sick. I'm the sick and shut in. Ain't it a 1-800 number that I can call and report you for abuse, girl, for verbal abuse? Mm-hmm. TSB said she tired of you. Girl, she might be tired of me, girl. Sean tired of me, and I'm tired of her. Because guess who I get to go tomorrow? To the vendors. To the vendors. So, this is what's going to happen next, best friends. I'm finna get up. I'm finna drink me some of this water, this bottle of water that I got sitting over here. I'm going to get in the shower, turn it up as hot as I possibly can stand it. I'm going to brush my face and brush my face, girl. Brush my teeth and wash my face for bed. Do my nightly routine. I'm going to get in the bed. I'm going to text Miss Shawnita and tell her good night. And girl, I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to head to the vendor. So it's going to be another day of no candy. That part. You'll miss me. She'll miss me. Yes. Angelina said, y'all a mess. But see, this is what you get when you get two queens, girl. Because at the end of the day, as tomboyish as I am, I'm still a whole drag queen, girl. I'm a whole queen. A whole queen. So, but yeah. Or, you know what? I might message her. I'm going to be like, I don't feel good. And then she going to come upstairs and be like, what's wrong with you? I'm be like, I don't feel good. But I'm so nice to her. Did y'all see that picture that I put in my stories about her, for her yesterday? I be doing so much nice stuff to Sean. Sean be doing me wrong. Sean be doing me wrong. Oh, Tanisha said, I love y'all to life, both of y'all. I would definitely get some rest. I would totally get some rest. TSV said Sean probably packing all hard, throwing bags in the box. I don't know, girl. She out there. Quay said you are a real Aries girl. I am such an Aries, and she is such a Scorpio. And girl, I don't know what we was thinking. Can I be honest? Girl, I don't know what she was thinking. She literally, she drives me crazy, but she literally is like one of the only people that can for real deal with me 24 hours a day. Cause I'm a lot. I'm a lot. Like I might be fun and nice with y'all, but like to be in a relationship with me, like I probably couldn't be with me. Can I be honest? I probably couldn't be with me. I wouldn't date me. Like I'm a lot. I'm a lot, girl. And when I was pregnant, oh God, I was a lot times 10. Mm-hmm. TSB, now are your daughters a lot? Are they like over the top like me? Are they a lot? And I'm so particular about everything. Like I want everything a certain kind of way. And it's only one way to really do anything, and it's my way. That's how I be treating them around here. Like I love I love Sean and the kids, but I'll be like, why is this towel right here? Why is it like this and not like that? It's supposed to be like it's only one way to, and the toilet paper roll. I don't know who. I think they be doing it on purpose. Somebody keep putting the toilet paper roll where when you pull it like it come down. The toilet paper supposed to go over the top. It's supposed to go over the top and down. The way how they do it, that's low budget. They do it where it just goes straight down. That's wrong. That's wrong. Even when you go to 5-star hotels, it go around, and then they got that V or whatever. That's how you know you're doing it right. So you're supposed to make it. It's supposed to go around like that. But they be going around the house. I think they be doing it on purpose. Somebody be putting the toilet paper roll on backwards just to send me into orbit. Nope. Nope. You're not gonna win. There's cameras everywhere in this house but the bathrooms. I'm gonna pay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look at the cameras to see who walked into the bathroom with the rolls of toilet paper. That's your guilty party right there. There's cameras everywhere but the bathrooms. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna see. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see who was walking in there with the extra rolls of toilet paper. That's who did it. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. That's it. That's the revelation. That is the revelation on tonight. Wanted to say Sean knows you. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the revelation on tonight. That's the revelation on. Now, let me tell y'all how petty I am. Let me tell y'all how petty I am. Let me find out. Let me find out it's one of the kids. I go in their room and be like, excuse me. Excuse me. I need you to wake up and come downstairs and fix something, please. No, I wouldn't do that. But first thing in the morning, I would totally bring it up. Okay. Okay. Yes. Kiera said, I think you need some sleep at this point. I need something, best friends. I'm finna go ahead and take my temperature. I'm gonna take my temperature. I'm a see can I get back in Sean's good graces? Cause I do like to cuddle when I'm sick. So I'm gonna get some more medicine. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna get in the shower, and I'm gonna just lay because my body's starting to ache. So I'm gonna just lay, especially knowing that I got a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow. I got to push through. But I love each and every one of you guys. I love you individually. I love you collectively, and there's nothing that you could do about it. Don't keep us a secret. Make sure everybody who's anybody know about us. And you guys will definitely see me tomorrow. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Have a good night.